Huh? Yeah.
Cool. Hold that. We'll do the quick little interview thing while we're driving. So.
What up?
All right. So. Dropping Mr. Dragan off to work. Now.
Yep. You got a big day at work today. Gonna sell some clothes.
Sell some clothes to those peeps.
I gotta style some people.
Style some peeps up.
People rely on me for that style, even though my style is okay. People.
Don't sell yourself short, man. Okay, so Dragan, how do we know each other?
Oh, to the peep show, the $2 peep show.
Oh, that $2 peep show.
Yeah.
You went in and paid $2 peep show.
Yeah,
instead
and
of
he showed up.
It was me. Yeah.
I was expecting.
Did you ask for your money back?
No, actually, put more money in.
No, you tipped. That's right, you tipped. Yeah. So we used to live together.
Right.
So when Dragan moved to Australia, he moved in.
Oh shit!
What? What'd you lose?
Dropped my stuff.
Oh, that's no good. Yeah, and it's Dragan who got me into wanting to do more photography stuff. I'd always wanted to do it, but Dragan's a crazy photographer, loves it. And just watching him do that sort of stuff really sort of inspired me to try and do it a little bit more. And that, obviously, doing the photography stuff led more into me doing the video stuff. So thank you, Dragan, for inspiring me.
Oh, cool, man. I didn't know that I was an inspiration, but thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have done it if you weren't around because, you know, like, it all seems so complicated. Like, I'd look at cameras and I'd like, I really like it, but I didn't know one thing from another. I didn't have anyone to ask advice to.
Yeah.
So it was just good having someone who had that passion to actually be able to get some legit advice.
Right.
That's really annoying in the background. Squeaking. So where's your favourite place that you've ever shot photos?
Oh, that's tough, man. While I was in Asia, I think Japan probably was in Kyoto and like Osaka and just kind of roaming the streets and like the old historical Gion district. And you know, I think everyone who goes there is always a bit intrigued by like the mystique and the allure of that area.
Yeah.
Especially if you catch like a geisha running out of one of those little.
Oh, really?
Those small.
They still
homes.
have all the traditional.
Well,
that's amazing.
They do. You don't know. I don't know. It's just something about like Kyoto and like you almost get like transported back in time into this old world Japan that you only read about and you've seen in movies, but then you actually feel like you're there.
It'd be amazing.
So that was kind of cool.
So Dragan's obviously from Canada. You might have picked up on the accent.
Canada, eh?
Canada.
That's how we speak there.
Canada. Moved to Australia to do teaching.
Yeah.
Before you came here to do teaching and sort of travelled the world a little bit, what were you doing?
Just kind of bouncing around from, you know, living in Asia for a couple of years, teaching there and just kind of exploring that part of the world and then working in Canada.
What were you working as in Canada?
I worked at a rehab center,
Yep.
So more on the business side of things. So
yep. You did marketing as well, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a few different
dabbled
careers.
In a few different careers,
marketing, advertising, health.
One day you decided to change it all and take your life on a completely different trajectory.
Yeah.
So what brought that along?
I think for me it was just inspiring to be better than I was and realizing that I hadn't really reached my potential and I've in a way hit a plateau or hit like a ceiling and I'm like I'm definitely better than this.
Yep.
I can really push myself and you know create more meaningful work for me.
Were you inspired by something specific? Did it happen over a long period of time or did you just snap one day and all of a sudden you think, you know what, I can do something else with my life?
It was in the making. It was always kind of brewing in my mind that I wanted to do become an educator, a leader to some capacity and influence. I have like a positive influence just on on children themselves.
Well, that's a good point because I mean it's helping them see the world in a positive light and be better people. That's pretty important.
It is, and even with me moving to Canada and being younger and not being able to speak the language and struggling in school and like hating school because
you moved from Serbia, yeah.
So it was really difficult for me. And
what age?
I was 7. Yeah.
Oh wow, so that's interesting because you've got the perfect Canadian, well as far as I'm aware, perfect Canadian accent, but at 7 learning the language.
Yeah, so having basically restarting everything, learn the language, and
so does that mean in a few years' time you're going
that.
to be talking in a complete Aussie accent?
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. Oh, look at that. Wow.
Good on ya.
Good on ya.
Let's get some.
Just say yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah. I, or I don't know what you say.
Hey, mate.
Hey, mate.
Hey, mate. Yeah.
Like I say a lot.
I'm going to have to edit that out.
Oh, shit.
No, it's all right.
My bad.
There's a little bit of swearing in the vlogs, but I need to. One day you decided, it had been brewing for a while, and you decided to change your life for the better. To do something more positive with your life.
And for me, you know, thinking about my life and what helped me throughout my life was the teachers that were around me. And
you had good teachers?
If it wasn't for some of them, then I could have been a dropout. I could have flunked out. My life could have took, you want to go here? Sure, right.
Oh, you want to go in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're just there. So for me, it was just, they kind of kept me on course and steered me in the right direction. If it wasn't for them, then who knows? I could have been,
Parking's a bitch in here, by the way, on this.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I always go to 2.5 because it's better parking. Yeah, sorry.
That's it. Yeah, so like it's thinking about that, and then thinking about what kind of difference you want to make, and what kind of mark you want to make in this world, and doing something like meaningful work. For
me, it's for me the thing I find inspiring about, and I think it's one of the reasons why we get along so well, is it's not so much it's all a facade. For me, it's not so much the specific.
Pay me to do this.
Yeah, it's not the specific decision, life choice that you made to become the teacher. I think for me, it's the actual process of making that decision. I hate those little cars in the park. Wait, sorry. It's the decision to actually completely change your life, because so many people go through life. You've got a good job, you get paid well.
They're complacent,
and you get complacent, but. Do you really take joy out of what you're doing anymore? And that, I think, is a big part of it, because so many people lose that fact because they're doing what they do from day to day, but the joy is no longer so much there because they're just working to live instead of, I know there's that whole living to work, but won't just live to live, like enjoy your life.
Teaching is almost like a vocational, like, job. Like it almost kind of, it is your life. It's a job that you can't ever master. So it's continuously learning.
Yeah. All right. Well, we better let you get to your day job. But thanks, man.
Thanks, brother.
See you soon.
See you guys soon.
Peace.